Hey there, welcome back. On this video, it's all about the beer burger. So let's get going. All right, so I wanted to take several different beers and incorporate it into some, not necessarily the burger itself, but into the dressing, like the mayo and make a onion jam. So it's exactly what we're doing. We're making a bacon beer onion jam along with a hoppy mayo. So the first thing we got to do is we got to make our bacon beer onion jam. And this is actually pretty simple. It does take a little bit of time, but I started out with a pound of bacon that I diced up, threw it in a hot pan, got that nice and brown. Then I scooped that off to the side, left about 2 tablespoons of bacon drippings in there. Then I got about 4 yellow onions that I thinly sliced. I used a mandolin. You can do it by hand. You can do it chopped. It doesn't really matter. We're going to blend this later. Saute that into the bacon drippings along with some garlic and some cayenne. And I wanted this kind of spicy. So we let that get down translucent, and then we added some brown sugar, some maple syrup, and about 12 ounces of this Carl Strauss Wrecked Alley Imperial Stout. And we just let that all just reduce down for about another 10-15 minutes so it was nice and thick. I went ahead, because I didn't want to scratch my, my nice pan, I transferred it to a stainless steel bowl, and I used my hand blender, and I just pulsed it and got it nice and chunky like a chutney almost. And that was it. Nice and simple, nice sweet. You get that stout flavor, and that definitely get that bacon. Just put that aside. Our next step was to make the mayonnaise, and it's extremely simple to make mayo. I mean, it's really simple, and you can do all kinds of flavors, but this, we're gonna use a hop beer. And for this one, I did Sierra Nevada's Fantastic Haze Imperial IPA. I wanted something, a lot of citrus notes to it. So this has some mango and some other citrusy flavors to it that I really like. So we put about 3 egg yolks in a mixing cup with I started out with 1.5 tablespoons of the beer, but I added about another tablespoon. So maybe 2.5 tablespoons. I really wanted that hoppiness to come through. And some white vinegar and about 3/4 cup of canola oil. Again, with my stick blender, you can use a blender, just went in there and kicked it on and just sort of pulled that oil up, and it makes a mayo. Nice and simple. Add a little salt, some pepper, you're set. We got that in the fridge chilling out. So now on to the burger part. So I got my Weber heated up. Well, I got my charcoal chimney nice and hot. And I go ahead and get that charcoal off to one side. And for our skillet, I'm gonna be using my big boy 1/4 inch stainless plate here. Not stainless steel, I'm sorry. Steel plate that I made this myself. It's just a 1/4 inch by 21 1/4 plate. Had it cut. I welded, or I tried to weld some handles onto it. It's holding. Not pretty welds, but they're there. Then I drilled some holes on this side to allow some of the heat to get out. So we'll get this heated up. All right, our griddle should be nice and hot. Got a nice ground patty here. This is made with tri-tip, actually, just some ground tri-tip. I'm gonna hit it with some salt and pepper. I'm gonna add a little bit of butter. All right, we'll give this a flip. We'll go ahead and top this with some cheddar cheese, and we'll let that finish cooking. In the meantime, I got some crostini type rolls here. You can use any rolls you like. Brain fart. Brioche buns, one of my favorites. Potato buns, again, one of my favorites. Kaiser rolls, really great, but let's go ahead and get these on. I also got some bacon that I already cooked, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just get this nice and warmed up. Burger's almost done. I'm gonna go ahead and cover it, and I'm gonna steam it with some of our Imperial Stout from Karl Strauss. So just go ahead and hit it, a little bit of beer. Get that covered. So we got our bottom bun nice and toasty. I'm going to hit it with some of that hoppy mayo. Get our burger right on there. Some of that bacon onion stout jam or chutney or however you want to call it. This stuff is also great on sandwiches. You make yourself a nice turkey club. This stuff is incredible as a spread, as a sandwich spread. Can't go wrong. Got our bacon. What am I missing? I think I'm done. Go ahead and top that bad boy off. All about a beer burger. We got the hoppy mayo, that stout chutney, that onion chutney. And then we steam that beer a little bit with that stout as well to help get it to cook and infuse some of that beer flavor into it. Let's give this bad boy a bite. This thing smells incredible and it's dripping all over me. All right, let's see if I can explain this. I got it all over myself. That beer and onion jam or chutney, I guess I don't know what to call it, a spread, jam, chutney. You get the sweetness of the onions, then you get the bacon, and then you get that bitterness, a little bit of bitter of the beer. You get that essence of the beer. The mayo is creamy, but it's light. I probably could use a little bit more beer in that one. Put a little bit more of that hazy IPA, a little citrus flavor. But this thing's dripping all over me. It's incredible. You guys are glad to give it a try. I'm gonna start trying to incorporate beer in a lot of my dishes because I think it really beefs up the flavor a lot. So this is my all about beer burger. You guys give it a try. I'll see you guys in the next run. Thanks for watching.